Gathering information might be one of the first things you do as a cybersecurity analyst. There are a lot of tools that can help you. Most cybersecurity analysts start with some very basic command line tools. In this demo, we're going to perform some reconnaissance using some of these basic tools. Our target is a domain set up by the nmap security scanner project and insecure.org. They've set up scanme.nmap.org to help people learn about nmap and other tools. They authorize students to do scans as long as they're done within reason. Let's close the web browser. To get started, we're going to go through some reconnaissance steps. First, I just want to make sure that the site is live, so let's ping it. I'll just type ping scanme.nmap.org, press enter, and I get a response. I'll hit Control-C to stop the ping, and I can confirm that the site is live. Now, let's find the path to our target by performing a trace route. On Windows, you do that by typing traceRT. But we're on a Kali Linux system, so we need to type in traceroute scanme.nmap.org and then enter. I get over a dozen hops between me and the target. These down here aren't responding to the request, but my trace route still continues. This is normal behavior. Let's go ahead and clear our screen. Now I'm interested in finding the name server information for our target. I'm going to type in nslookup scanme.nmap.org and press enter. I get the IP addresses for both IP version 4 and version 6, along with the server names. You can perform a whois search from the command line in Linux. To do that, I'll type in whois.nmap.org and press enter. I'll scroll up, and here I can see all the information about nmap that's available from whois. I'll clear the screen again. Next, let's see what happens if we try to make a connection with the remote system. I know that port 80 is open because we were just at this website. Let's use netcat to see if we can make a connection to the site on port 80. For that, I'll type in nc-v scanme.nmap.org 80 and press enter. I get a response back and it looks like I'm connected. Typically, if you want to make sure you're connected, you can type help and you'll get a response. I do get a response. Not only that, I get some information about what sort of server they're running and even the version. Let's try another. I'll use my up arrow to get back to our last command. I'll change the 80 to a 22 and press enter. I get a connection again and see that they're running SSH, and I get the version number along with some other information. All right, let's move on. I have to press Control-C to get out of this, and I'll also clear the screen. You'll get a lot of use out of nmap as a cybersecurity analyst. We were just using netcat to make connections to ports, but with 65,535 possible ports, that would take all day. We can use nmap to do a scan to see what ports are open. To do a port scan, I'll type nmap-s scanme.nmap.org and press enter. The -s parameter scans the 1,000 most common ports. I get some results back. I know what ports are open. I know the state of the port and what service is running. Now, if I want to continue working with netcat, I have a list of ports I know are open. Earlier, we did a ping to see if the remote system was alive. Let's repeat that now to get the IP address. I'll type ping scanme.nmap.org and press enter. I'll press Control-C to stop the ping. Now, I want to do a ping sweep to see what other IPs might be associated with scanme.nmap.org. To do a ping sweep, I'll type in nmap-sn 45.33.32.1 through 255 and press enter. Now I can go through this list and see which other IPs might be associated with scanme.nmap.org. That's it for this demo. In this demo, we did some basic reconnaissance. First, we used some command line tools to find information